this panel with my favorite quote of Bill Gates. The world needs banking, but it does not need banks. Tesla's USDT settlement volume already surpassed Visa in 2022. I believe, like me and most of the audience here, all think that big crypto is a lot more efficient value transfer solution than fiat and banks. And this is also part of the reason why I'm building Taipei. Taipei, in short, is a crypto credit card built on trust rather than banks, which allows crypto users to have unlimited spending and ATM withdrawal with privacy in any jurisdiction via Mastercard network. I'm a frequent traveler, and I believe most of us here are too. And right now, as long as I'm traveling to anywhere, I no longer bring US dollar cash. I only bring my crypto wallet and my Taipei card. Okay, I will begin with letting each awesome panelist to introduce themselves. I will begin with Peko.
Hello. Hi everyone, thank you for coming this panel. And I know that there's another one with Vitalik in the tech venue. So I'm glad that you are here with us. My name is Peko. I'm the Chief Ecosystem Officer for PundiX. So for those of you, if you are in crypto more than 6 years, you probably may heard of PundiX. And PundiX is the one of the first blockchain-based developer for point-of-sale system. So our goal is to enable merchants to accept crypto payment. Not only accept crypto payment, but we also enable merchants to sell crypto so that it's a very powerful point of sale. This is our products. I just brought it here. So this is it, and we have our branding as well. It's not a, it's already in more than 30 different countries in the world and operating. And we have, especially we have a customer in Turkey, in South Africa, whereby the countries who has a devaluing fiat currency value against US dollar, they need crypto. So we are there to serve them and to make their life more easier with cryptocurrency. Thank you.
And Noel.
Hi everybody, Noel here. So I'm working on growth and partnerships at Headquarters. Headquarters is a finance back office for Web3 companies. We started out and are based in Singapore, but global team. And what we do is essentially we help out a lot for Web3 companies with number one, their crypto accounting, and number two is that they do crypto payments, financial operations with us as well, and we are integrated with most of the mainstream softwares out there like Xero, QuickBooks, and the likes. So ultimately, you can consolidate and do your financial reporting with us really easily.
And Alice.
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Alice, and I'm the VP Head of Digital Assets at Nuvei. Nuvei is a payment gateway. We provide the payment rails to companies and business so that you can open your checkout page and the end user can buy your product or your services with credit cards or bank transfer or Apple Pay or Google Pay. We are a global payment tech company, and we are the pioneer in developing all of the technologies and adopting it and applying it in our payment rail system. We back all of the crypto projects and exchange. So that's essentially the main business operation that we do. But also on top of that, we are the payment acquirers and the payment issuers to all of the large and medium-sized enterprises as well.
Yes, and I would like to ask a few questions to the audience first. So the first one is, if crypto is more than 30% of your portfolio, please raise your hand. Oh, yeah, maybe around half. Yeah, and the second question is who sends blockchain transaction more than 5 days a week? It means that not through like a Binance or any crypto exchanges, but using your MetaMask or other crypto wallet to send the transaction around a little bit less. Yep. So I believe that this relates to a slow question, which we are here because we all love crypto and blockchain technology, and we believe it's a more efficient solution than using banks or fiat. But what's the threshold that prevent us from we are still using credit card or like a cash in our daily life? I believe this is the key question we would like to dive deep into in this panel. Yeah, we'd like to hear the insights from maybe Noel first.
Sorry, can you repeat again?
Yeah, what is the threshold that prevent crypto from being used in our daily life and also most of the weekly transactions.
I think when it comes down to it, I mean, I think a lot of us consumers like to think of crypto as more of a investment. I mean, most of us pretty sure we got some favorite bags and everything that we really like to back hold, right, at the end of the day. And it comes down to a bit of mentality, right? I think probably maybe half of us here have traded Tesla at least once, right? And if you think about it in the stock terms, if you could have the ability to spend your equities, your various ones like Tesla, would you spend it? Probably, you would think that, hey, Tesla is probably going to go up to the moon. Let me take profit first, change it into cash, change my bank account and everything, then spend it, But in crypto at least, it's quite similar for most of the tokens, with I would say the exception being perhaps stable coins, where most of us start to, trade, send each other stable coins and everything. I would say in Singapore, we like to hold a lot of dinners, and most of the time, even though the payment and settlement network is really good there, we'll just be like, hey, just pay me back in stable coins and everything, and it works out quite well. Yeah.
And how about Echo?
Yeah, I think would be regulations, because in some countries there are already regulations that they ban crypto payment, and that would become a really large threshold because people think that crypto is a no thing. So I think that's very create a natural threshold for most of users, and also the technology complexity, because not all the user can handle crypto. They even don't know what crypto is. So in the field, we've spent a lot of time to educate crypto. What is crypto? What is blockchain? And most of us living in today's world, and we know cash, we know credit cards, but when it talks about crypto and we don't know where to get them and how it works, so that becomes a very large threshold. And also, there are a lot of fraud in the space, and especially there are fake coins. Take the USDT for example. There are many USDT in other chains as well, and for the mass population, they don't know which are the fake coins. So that's also part of the complexity in there. And I think also the infrastructure issues. For example, Bitcoin has created as a means for P2P transactions, but it takes so long and the gas fee is so high for people to transact. So by all in all, that makes cryptocurrency to be used in our daily life, it becomes very difficult. Yeah.
And I believe at least as a payment gateway, we'll be able to add on more insights.
Yeah, sure, certainly. I will add in the insight from the corporate or institutionals or the merchant side, and not the end end user adoptions. So for the end user to be able to use crypto, the shops, firstly, should be the one who accept crypto first at the birth. Because you want to increase the user adoptions, you need to give them some playground to use it. But we haven't seen the high adoption from the corporate or from the shops. There's a few things with it. As you already mentioned, the first one is technology. Second thing is the compliance regulation. Now, I want to highlight a very important thing that not many people know as well about cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency, even when it has the word currency in it, is not considered cash. It doesn't have cash characteristic. You can't use it as the contractual terms. You can't legally bind an end user to something because it doesn't have the money characteristic. It is considered a digital asset, an intangible digital asset. Just like you are buying some kind of like collectibles or something, right? So that's the main thing that business and merchants and shops out there haven't actually adopted crypto that much because it's not cash, it's not currency. I don't know what to do with it, right? Maybe it's for investment. Maybe I should use it as inventories, but I can't use it to exchange for any other goods. Now, from the end user point of view, peer-to-peer, yes, you can exchange it to some kind of goods, but behind the scene for the merchants, it's not a legal tender. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing is, now when it comes to finance and treasury, how do I put it into my P&L books, like profit and loss? Is that considered cash or is that considered assets? How do I do all of this finance? The third thing as well is who is going to govern it in the company? Who is going to monitor it, right? Because it's so volatile, it's ups and downs, it's going to be a burden to the finance and accounting because they need to have a proper policy and procedure. Who is going to access the wallet? Who is going to, you need to have custodian kind of regulation and policy to hold the crypto as well. So there's a lot of complications from the merchant point of view in order for them to actually hold cryptos, allow the end user to use it, or even to spend it at the front end. Yeah. So that's the challenge from the merchant point of view for the user adoptions.
Yeah, we are lucky enough to have a representative from the corporate side and also the merchant side. So probably Noel can add on from corporate perspective. How do they handle the accounting if they want to hold crypto as their treasury assets?
I think, at the end of the day, a lot of them, they are having exposure to crypto more and more now. We're starting to see that, because for us we are B2B, right? So we start to see all kinds of different companies, like even normal day-to-day advisory firms, accounting firms, consulting firms also starting to accept crypto as a form of payment, because definitely it's a lot easier internationally to receive payments, and it's almost instantaneous, right? Versus a SWIFT transfer that could take you 3 to 5 business days. But accounting side, it does get really tricky. It ultimately really depends on the nature of your business, which my boss would tell me that, hey, this is not financial advice. You need to ask your accountant how would they want to treat crypto, right? Because by right, regulations would say, hey, crypto is intangible assets. But some accountants would be like, if you are looking at just USDC and you mainly have USDC, we can close one eye, treat it as more of a cash equivalent in this case. And even Jerome Powell himself is also looking towards that case. But if you cannot broadly say stable coins are going to be cash equivalent, right? Because you got algo stable coins, in example, which one famously depegged all the way to $0. So if that was a cash equivalent, your money just went to zero instantly as well. Then after that, you got all the various different nuances of your token revaluation because of the various fluctuations and everything. What happens when you get it at a certain price? You send it out at a certain price. There's the realized gains and loss you need to track. Then there's all the various different chains you need to keep track of. So it gets really quite complicated, which is why we are working on headquarters to make at least the accounting portion easy, so merchants can really work with crypto quite easily.
Yeah, and for the merchants itself, in essence, is also a company. Yeah, so probably I think Peko can provide more point of view of merchant to adopt crypto.
Right. I think think for merchants, as Alice has said, that there's a volatility involved with cryptocurrency. And when people spend it, and they were kind of like cautious that whether they are spending a digital assets. So in the field, we do have a lot of transaction actually from stable coins. So in terms of spending, and most of the transaction actually conducted in stable coin. And for some, for example, like recently, Bitcoin price has gone very, very high, and not that high as we expected, but you know, the rising part. And we see some customers start spending crypto. And for merchant, they got very scared because they thought Bitcoin may high today, but it might be reduce its value tomorrow. So for them, accepting Bitcoin like a very volatile asset would be a risk for them. So for us would be patch this, for example, we mitigate the risk of crypto price volatility, and we settle instantly in stablecoin for merchants so that they have the peace of mind that, okay, today I receive crypto, no matter it's Bitcoin, no matter it's Ethereum, or no matter it's other coins, is actually patched to a stablecoin value. So that they have a peace of mind, and then they will be able to accept cryptocurrency. Yeah.
Yeah, and also for companies to adopt crypto, probably in any part of their business nature, could Alice also share more about company to adopt crypto in their different kind of business nature? Do you have some experience of what kind of problem or what prevents them from being actively adopting it?
All right, I think we have covered a lot of problems and a lot of risks already for the merchants, right? So, but we always tell the merchants that they need to improve the payment option for the end user. And users nowadays, they are looking for it, right? So it's not only card anymore, they need to have e-wallet. They need to have buy now, pay later, right? They have embedded finance is the future. And the future, again, is going to be cryptocurrencies for another payment options. But there's so many pains, and we have just mentioned already, what the merchants really need to look into to avoid all of this would be look into the comparisons. From what I'm having today, am I comfortable with it? Am I suffering pain from it? Am I paying too much fee for cross-border payment? Is it too slow? I have to wait for like 2 days or 3 days even to receive some settlement from my bank. Versus if I go to cryptocurrency today, I can receive the money immediately or instantly, maybe network congested, maybe an hour, but that's it. The fee would be cheaper as well, and I can opt it to any country that I want, right? So we have to really explain to the merchant what are the true benefits versus what are the pains that you're having today. Now, it works really well with regions like South Africa or LATAM or APAC, but when you talk like this to Europe, maybe they'll be like, our banking system is very well, we don't need cryptos anymore. But their regulation is really good. So when you talk to very developing country or region, then they get it. They really get it, right? Plus for small, medium enterprises, if you are in small, medium business, cash flow is very important to you. You can't sit and wait for 3 days for a payment to come to your bank account to buy some stock or inventories for your business, right? So when we talk to the SME, we say that, well, if you have cryptocurrency, then you can receive your money, plus there will be potentially no chargeback, no frauds coming to blockchain. It's all transparent. Nobody is going to go to the bank and saying that, no, I didn't do this transaction, return the money to me, right? So you really had to educate the merchant at the benefit level for them to actually get out of that pain, right? No pain, no gain, right? But the gain has to be a lot higher than the pain that they are having.
Yeah, and I also noticed that like from our early statistic, actually lots of people are still using more centralized crypto solutions like exchanges, and also lots of the like early crypto adopters, they really value decentralization. Yeah, so I would also like to hear from TEPCO about like your receiving experience about like a receiving from like a decentralized wallet or from like a centralized solution or gateways.
Right. I think you asked a very good question about decentralization, and I think take Pundies for example. We started off as a custodian solution, and that we facilitate like 1 second Bitcoin transactions, but the user has to be on RAM on our wallet first, and then we can facilitate very, very fast transactions. But however, with all the crypto events like FTX, Celsius, those company, they froze people's assets, and then people realize that I need to have my token in the self-custodian solution. So in these circumstances, we also see a large decline on the centralized and custodian solutions has been declining, and we adjust our product policy that we will be able to process the payment from all the private wallets. So as long as you have your tokens in your private wallets, and our POS machines can actually not only accept cryptocurrency, but also when we sell the cryptocurrency to the end user, you would deposit to their self-custodial wallet, which is the wallet they have their private key. And with this change, we see that actually like 5x transaction volumes on our POS system, and also we nowadays like over like close to 100% is the transaction volumes from the third-party wallets. Yeah.
And for like a corporate accounting point of view, does the decentralization matters in your experience? No.
I think, I think the best way to think about things is that, yes, we have seen the trend of decentralization of where you put your funds, right? Because, what happened in Silicon Valley with the Silicon Valley Bank, where, this is a bank, it won't go down and everything, and it went down, right? Even though pretty much it was backstop, but almost everybody felt the fear that which bank is going to come next, right? And we started to see all the diversification, even our own company, like where you want to put your funds, how much, within the insured amount in each bank account and everything, so it does stay insured. But we also started to see more crypto operations within, in general, all these various crypto companies as well. Because previously, even though we have all these crypto-funded companies, right? Most people are still actually operating in fiat, right? Which might seem surprising to some of you. And now we're starting to see a trend of more of them, doing payroll in crypto, doing vendor payments, contractor payments in crypto and the likes, instead of doing it from their banking accounts instead. Because people understand that, hey, nothing is too big to fail, and in this centralized world especially.
Yeah. So the last question I would like to ask is about, we have pretty much discussed all the pros and the cons and the challenges of crypto-related payments. And is there some pretty promising or very innovative solutions or innovations that you guys have seen in recent days? Maybe beginning from Alice?
Yeah, sure. So my background is in finance and banking and our payment as well. I'm particularly interested in financial inclusions. Financial inclusions meaning that even, let's say, farmers or students who haven't got any credit histories, right, they can get a home loan or car loans or even a bank account nowadays. Like surprisingly, maybe not many of you knows, but many people, immigrants, can't even get a bank account because they don't have enough ID or paperwork with them. One of the very cool technologies that apply with blockchain, obviously, is ZKB and DID. So if you combine them together, that would really tremendously change the financial world, because the user can review the information they want to review. They don't have to show them everything, my bank statement, my bank account, or like my residential address, proof of address, or my ID, but they still can get a home loan or car loan with a bank. And that is really cool. It actually in practice already for some of the banks in Europe. And I hope that it will be launched soon in the future for like all of the developing countries and regions as well. And even developed countries, like I'm from Australia, but we have a lot of migrants that are struggling to get a bank account still until today. So I think that would be something to watch. Because it will change the whole way the e-commerce world is like working today.
Yeah, I think so. The developing country, especially, really, there's a lot of unbanked population that's maybe they are still cash-driven, or maybe because their currency sucks, so maybe they are like using US dollar cash as their like a major payment gateway. Yeah, probably Peppo can also share more about it.
Right. I want to follow with what Alice says about ZK rollups. Actually, we are also exploring the ZK rollups for Pundi's chain, and we actually work with Polygon CDK to implement ZK rollup. So the purpose is to, first of all, to have Pundi's as a gas tokens to facilitate the transactions, because in today's world we see a lot of different chains, and also different gas fee that we need to prepare for different chains. So I think for ZK rollups that really resolve the issues of the gas fee, because you can actually have a zero gas fee with the ZK rollup, and you can decide what your gas fee token can be. So I think this is very interesting part. And also I see more and more like Web2 wallet, they're starting to implement Web3 solutions, and which is they are starting to offer self-custodial service, crypto service for their client base. I think it is very important for adoption level, because nowadays still a lot of people on Web2, they have for example WeChat Pay, they have Line Pay, they have Grab Pay. And now in their apps they can also see Web3 solutions, and then they start exploring. And when it happens, and it will drive a lot of crypto usage in our daily life. So this is how we can help for the merchants to resolve all the different issues, and also to facilitate more adoption. Yeah.
Yeah, and I can also share one innovation from my side that I have seen for the past 3 years, which is Tang, like the open network built and collected by Telegram. Yeah, we have seen lots of active crypto users on Telegram. This number is close to 300 million. And with Telegram being actively integrating Tang as like their people blockchain solution, I do really see a huge potential in this event, especially like Telegram already released their wallet, like Telegram wallet. It's right now it's still very early stage version, but I do really see a huge potential in this like a Telegram plus Tang combination, in how they can possibly transform, digital transform, and then also to onboard lots of crypto users from real world into crypto and blockchain user. And in the end, maybe can have some add up in what you want to share to the audience?
I think, you know, for innovation side, there's a lot of tech ones, but what I really like to see is, you know, for sure the Web2 companies, like what you shared, right? Grab has their own wallet, you know, they have, you know, enable you to buy the, I would say, purpose-bound money, which is a Singapore pioneer kind of thing with the government. So when you start to see regulators and big tech players coming into this space, that's where it does become very encouraging, not just for Web3 companies, but for normal merchants and everything, and for adoption in general.
Yes. All right, we are running out of time. Yeah, thank you so much for the amazing panelists and yeah, for the productive discussions we have together. And yeah, really looking forward to have more exchanges of ideas with everyone here. Thank you so much.